everybody, and welcome back to Star Cub Review. I'm your host as always, Star Cub. Now tonight's second video is of one that I've been putting off for a long time because it just wasn't the right time to talk about it, but now I feel like this is the perfect time to talk about this particular series that is from my childhood, growing up as a kid, that was on ABC, and it's one that I watched pretty much religiously every day after school when it was on, from 5 to 5:30, half an hour. And it's just one of those ones that's been ingrained in my brain ever since growing up, and the theme song is absolutely magnificent. It's just a magical series. It's from the early 90's. And unfortunately, it was us, Australians, Europe, China and France that got this particular series. Unfortunately, the US did not get this series, as it was a combined effort from China, France, even United Kingdom and Australia that put this together. It was all big hands-on cartoon. Well, anime, it's an anime. It's, when you look at it, it's not an actual cartoon, it's more of an anime style presentation, and it's just absolutely amazing. It's called The Twins of Destiny, and it was created by Jean Chalopin, developed by Jean Chalopin, directed by Pat Griffiths and Jean Morris, and the opening theme is sung by Dorothy. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show the opening title sequence. It's an absolutely amazing piece of song, writing, and sung by Dorothy. Just absolutely magical. But unfortunately, I cannot show it because of copyright issues and the fact that I don't have license to show it. So I'm a little bit unfortunate there, but every now and then I will flash pictures up of the show. And virtually this show is from the early 90's. It's virtually about these kids in, it's these two kids, Jules and Julie, and they travel across Eurasia seeking to overthrow the Empress Dowager of China, and free their fathers from imprisonment. And it's set in Shanghai, China in 1895. Two children, Jules and Julie, Jules being Chinese and Julie being English, are born on the same night under the light of a full moon, fulfilling the first part of a prophecy foretold by the soothsayer Lao Tzu. The prophecy describes two children born to different parents, but in the same place at the same hour, when the moon is at its highest point in the night sky, whose mother perishes at birth, which begins the end of the tyrannical rule of the Dowager Empress of China. In addition, the prophecy also states that in order for the dethronement to occur, the Twins of Destiny must replace two stone tablets in the Temple of Heavenly Harmony in the Forbidden City. As foretold, this would lead to a complete collapse of the tyrannical empire in its entirety. Now, this premise is absolutely amazing, but there was a lot of controversy at the time that came with this particular anime because of the way that it's depicting China during that tyrannical age in history. And it's just so magnificently done. It's so magnificently told over 52 episodes, an entire 52 episodes. And it's just amazing that Jules and Julie go on these just absolutely fantastic, enthralling, mesmerizing adventures. And they have special powers. And in order for them to use their special powers, they must hold their hands together. And they shine a blue light, and they can use their gifts because they're special children. Even though they're different, they've got special powers. They were born with special powers. They must be in possession of these tablets as well, because it actually gives them the amplification for their powers. But later on during the series, they find out that they can actually do their powers without having the tablets, as long as they hold their hands together and concentrate. And they find out later on that they didn't need the tablets to amplify because it was always there. They could always use them at any time, as long as they just held hands. And they shine a radiant blue, and they can use their powers. Now, it's 7 mystical powers. They've got 7 divine powers, and the powers are the power of illusion, the power of the wall, the power to shatter, the power to lift and move objects, the power to operate machines, the power to control the elements, and the power to control minds. Now, over the course of these 52 episodes, we get to see them develop their powers as they go. Although they're very poorly done at the start and they don't know how to control them, but halfway through the series, they learn from a friend a friend of a friend, that is trying to get them to where they need to be, informs them that they can use their powers at will, as long as their hands are together and they concentrate and they train to use their powers without doing them sporadically here and there. And it's fabulously written. It's just one of those things growing up where the theme song just takes you there. The show is just so enthralling, and even at the time, me growing up, I didn't even realize the controversy with this anime at the time. But over the years, and I'm talking over years and years down the track, in the last year or two, I've been wanting to get a hold of this series, the entire series, and rewatch it. It's a very, very hard one. It's never been put on DVD because of the controversy surrounding the fact that, it's depicting the Shanghai Empire at a time of tyrannical age, and there was a lot of political stuff behind it as well, the tyranny of it all as well, that, China was so tyrannical during that age, the way they treat its people, the way they treat other people, outsiders, and stuff like that. It's just insane, the amount of controversy that this had produced over the time. And I know for Australians, and I'm addressing this more to Australians, but also to Americans as well, that this is a fantastic series. And a lot of Australians, this is who I'm aiming it at, will remember this, obviously, growing up. And I hope they do. Like myself, it was part of my childhood on, every day after school, Monday to Friday, turn ABC on, watch the other cartoons that were on ABC, and then as soon as, Twins of Destiny came on, it was like, pow, I was there watching it. No one talked, no one, and it was just a fascinating anime series that really captured the essence, the innocence, the ruthlessness as well. That it is not a typical anime for kids, as per se, like little kids, but some of the subject matter is just so adult in terms of the way that they go about about it, because there is assassinations and assassination attempts. There is, the part of this Shanghai Empire, the bad guys want to kill the two children because it's prophesied that if they join the tablets back they replace the tablets at the Temple of Harmony, it basically, the Shanghai Empire just it just dissolves. It's gone. They get overthrown, and all is right with China again. But it's just the journey that these kids take is just so mind-blowing. But at the same time, there's a lot of hardships that they go through. They have to hide from thugs and thieves and just nasty people that want to exploit them, use them, kill them. And it's just one of those shows that really resonated with me and still does to this day. It's just me growing up in Australia, I just thank the Lords that it was one of those ones growing up that I could really, really appreciate to this day, because the animation, the storytelling, the music, it just captures the essence, I guess, of everything growing up as a kid that just makes you feel fantastic. Nostalgia of it. It's just incredible that, I'm 37, turning 38 this year, and it just feels like a lifetime ago now, me watching it, but I can still remember the episodes. I can remember what the kids went through, and I remember how it ends, and it's pretty brutal. The last 10 episodes of the show going through it, it's one of those things where I can really, really appreciate the fact that it just wasn't aimed at small kids, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It was actually more for kids that were 12, 13, 14, at the time, 14, 15, 16. But hey, that's just my opinion on it. But a lot of the subject matter was more aimed at more mature kids that were growing up. But it's just one of those things where I think American kids would have absolutely been mind blown at the time by this show. I'm still mind blown by it. And me trying to get a hold of it, there's actually no DVDs of it being distributed or made, because it's still one of those controversial things that it was a big assemble of countries that put this together, but it also comes with controversy because China see it as, a negative things towards them. And it's just one of those things where it's a shame, because if I was able to get a hold of all 52 episodes on DVD, I would watch the shit out of it, from start to finish, and just relive that part of my childhood again, where I can appreciate it, because it's on the level of the anime that's been done today, and even anime that was been done, mid 90s into the 2000s. It still does, and to this day, I believe, it still gives a lot of the mid 90s anime a run for its money. It really does, because the writing is sharp, it's witty, the journey it's not a clean-cut journey. They've got to go through a lot of obstacles, and Jules and Julie go through a lot of hardships to get their fathers out of prison, because they face the death penalty if they don't save their fathers, and the tyrannical rule of China, and these evil people that are after them to kill them because they're destined to overthrow the empire. And it's had a lasting impact on me, and I'm passionate about these sort of things, especially when it comes to my childhood. I'm passionate about talking about things that made my childhood great and still do. I'm still a big kid at heart. At the end of the day, it's just these sort of things is what I'm passionate about. And I guess sharing it with y'all has just made me feel a lot happier, finally being able to talk about it. You know, that's it. And and I'm virtually done with this one. But look, if anyone, especially back home in Australia, if anyone has been able to get a hold of the entire 52 episodes, please contact me via email. Let me know how you got a hold of it, if it's available now, if it's, you know, if at all you can send me those episodes to watch, because I would seriously love to watch it again. I mean, I'm having a hard time trying to find it anywhere, to be honest, and I really hope that one day I'm able to get a hold of it. But other than that, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it. To everyone new, thanks so much for tuning in and picking my videos. I really like it. Don't forget, if you liked my videos or my content, drop me a like and a subscribe, or a like. Either one you're comfortable with. To everyone that's returning to watch my videos, thanks so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. It really does help being, you know, the YouTuber that I am. I'm a small YouTuber, so, you know, trying to compete with all the big wigs is... I'm not like that. I'm not trying to compete with anybody, but just it really would help for more people to tune into smaller channels. And I'm talking about smaller YouTube channels that get subscribers here and there and struggle to find viewers and stuff like that. Help them out. I mean, all the big YouTubers nowadays, they've got the viewers, they've got, you know, endorsements, they've got sponsorships, they've got this, they've got that. No hard feelings, you know, to all the big YouTubers that I watch, but for the small YouTubers, I just appreciate the likes and people that comment. At the end of the day, I'm happy. But other than that, guys, thanks so much, and I will bring you more TV series that I recommend tomorrow. All right, guys. Well, not tomorrow, because it's Easter tomorrow. So happy Easter to everyone for tomorrow. But I'll bring you some more during the week. All right, guys. Take it easy. Ciao.